Welcome to Nerdmageddon.
Hello.
Oh, God.
That's going to ruin the audio, but it's okay.
It doesn't matter.
I'm Corey.
I'm Simon.
I'm Molly.
Kenzie.
And I'm Corbin Evans. I'm usually behind the camera, but today they've invited me to actually be on with them, so yay.
Yay. As you guys are probably seeing, the show's a little different. We have to practice safe social distancing. So Nerdmageddon is brought to you by our own homes.
There you go. Is that, are we licensed to say that, Corey?
From our own home? I don't know why we wouldn't be.
No, it's a joke.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I pay for the rights to live here, so I think I should have the rights to say brought to you from my own home.
I mean,
That's
at
fair.
least it's roomy enough for all of us to be on here.
Yeah.
If we don't pay, because I don't pay for my rights to live in my house.
I don't either.
So you at my house.
I mean, okay, wait, my rights to live here. I have to cook dinner every now and then and do some chores.
That's fair.
Right on.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Barter system.
So our main topic for this week is the reason we're all in our own homes, can't be with each other in person. Corona is destroying the nerd world.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, if you ask me. But I
Yeah.
don't think anybody asked, so
No one wants your opinion, Simon.
No,
I'm used to that. Thanks.
It's crazy. Well, especially like in Omaha, there's so many cases, and it's like if you go out, like you're at really high risk of getting it. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird to think about. I mean, Missouri has a good amount, but I mean, I feel like that it's been pretty self-contained. I haven't heard of any newer cases in most of Missouri.
No. My mom and I are actually talking about this because she was like, "Oh, we jumped up pretty high today." She's like, "The only reason I'm not forcing you to come home is because Nottoway wasn't even listed."
Oh
Like-
yeah, no, not always clean.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
We'll say that it is for now.
Yeah.
But
I know someone down there who is sick, so.
let's not
There's,
think about that.
For us, there's actually a possibility that my sister had gotten it because she actually had some fever-like symptoms for a little bit of time there and was struggling with it for a handful of days. But we're all through it now and we're all doing better. But there's a possibility that she had it at least for a little bit. So.
Oof.
Yeah.
Eesh.
But yeah, no, so this is kind of impacting the nerd world because all of the local conventions were canceled. Tom Hanks got it.
Yeah.
Tom
Hanks
Hanks.
did
Oh my
it.
God.
And
Yeah.
his wife.
And his
his
wife.
wife.
They both had it.
They were.
They're both out of the hospital now.
Yeah.
They're released, so they're okay.
Someone else got it. I can't remember who. Idris Elba. He also got it.
Idris Elba, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And the guy who played Mr. Mooney in You, he actually passed away from coronavirus. Like,
Oh
that came
my
out today.
God.
What?
Really?
Yeah. So,
I didn't
There's
hear
that.
about that.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eesh.
So, coronavirus is getting pretty hefty. But it's also interesting to see how creative people are getting with
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that creative, so I've just been catching up on video games. But I mean, I guess I've been making more food
Mhm.
and like have actually been conscious and been like, oh wow, that's something that's edible that won't kill me. So that's good.
Simon, I think I sent you the Snapchat. I know I sent it to the girls. So I
You eating what was it?
Mozzarella
Chicken
sticks?
mozzarella sticks and
Some
chocolate
pudding.
pudding.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my
here's the story
God.
behind the mozzarella.
That just sounds gross.
It gets better.
It sounds
So it was
healthy.
99-cent mozzarella stick day, right? And so my roommate went out because she had to go get something from Walmart, so she stopped at Sonic. And she calls my other roommate who I was talking to, and she goes, "Hey, does Corey want anything?" I'm like, "Well, why didn't you call me?" But whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, I want 5 mozzarella sticks, like one order, and get one for Sarah." She heard get 6 orders of mozzarella sticks. So I have a bag of nothing but mozzarella sticks in my fridge.
Good
I
job.
consider that the dream, the American dream.
That's
Yeah.
A
It's
big
alive
bag
and
of
well.
mozzarella sticks. Just a big bag of mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything because I was like, okay, I'm gonna
I
set
mean,
my dinner.
I'd accept it too. That's something that, nobody would turn down unless you're extremely lactose intolerant and actually care about not eating
gonna
dairy.
say most of them don't care. I have a friend who is lactose intolerant. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna die by eating cheese. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Most of
see, I
most
have
of this
a-
house. Yeah.
I have a sensitivity to lactose. So every now and then I'm fine, but then I can drink or eat the smallest slice of cheese and I'm dying. But am I gonna have an ice cream later that night? Absolutely.
I will say, sorry, I saw this, I think it was a tweet, and someone was like, going back to Simon's comment about people getting creative, someone was like, I just got a notification that a fanfic that hasn't been updated in 5 years was finally updated.
Oh my
Just-
god.
I was like,
Somebody
Okay.
actually has the time to do that. I
yeah,
mean,
someone finally has the time.
yeah,
My
I mean-
mom is wanting to start a podcast with me.
really.
Really?
Yes.
You
And
should
she's
jump
like,
on that.
Yeah, she's like, well, we're gonna have to do it when you come home, and obviously I don't have any microphones, so I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have to use computer audio. So you already know how that quality is gonna be. And then she's like, and you're gonna have to do all the editing and all of this and this and this. I'm like, oh boy, this was not what I had in mind. But what are you
Yeah.
guys doing? Simon, you said you were cooking. What have you guys been up to during the corona?
Well, I'm still also going into work because I'm essential staff at the radio station. On top of that, I've been spending time setting up my online portfolio and being an adult and stuff, which I never thought I'd actually do. And then today I actually got off a call earlier this morning with the Independent Study Board, and they approved my independent study.
Ooh,
Nice.
I'm the first student to be approved for an independent research study in the media department in the past 20 years.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
So that's
What
a huge deal for me.
What are you researching?
This is going to be all jumbled for the people who are watching this, but it's research into the uses and gratifications theory
okay.
in regards to social media and comedy. So, yeah, it was Jody was like, you got points for social media, you got points because you used the word zeitgeist in your presentation, so you pass.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Love it.
So, yeah, and it was interesting because the only comment that they had was find a way to get this published. I'm like, wow, okay.
Nice.
That's really neat. That's my day. So,
Yeah. What about you guys?
I've been listening to the same 4 all-time low songs on repeat because they're actually still releasing their album. And they've been releasing a song every 3 days, 4 days, because they're like, hey, Corona sucks. And we're gonna boost your guys' mood by doing this. I'm like, that's fine. I'm so happy. No, I'm fine.
I wouldn't be able to listen to the same 3 songs on repeat back to back, but good on you. I'm impressed.
I
I
do
mean, I
that
take
all the
breaks,
time. It's great.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's how you learn the
Uh,
lyrics.
that's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Well, I have been playing video games and doing homework. So my boyfriend talked me into getting these 2 games, so I got them for him. So when we see each other after this whole social distancing thing, he can play them. That's the main reason he talked me into getting them, is so he can play them.
What games?
It's Ace Combat 7, which is a fighter pilot simulator, and it's actually a lot of fun. And then I think it's Forza Horizon 4, which is a car racing game.
Yeah,
Also,
Nice.
But-
Forza is it's a big game in just, I guess, the sporting world. I don't even know what to call it, but
I have no idea. All I know is that there's pretty cars and I can go fast.
mhm.
Okay.
Well, it looks like
Um,
he's a big fan of vehicle games then, vehicle-based games. So
Yeah, well, and then but what I've been playing the most is Assassin's Creed Origins,
ooh,
because I love like adventure-based games. I've been crocheting, and then helping my stepdad make potter, like plant potter like boxes.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So we've been cutting wood and painting, and yeah.
Sounds like fun.
That sounds a lot more fun.
Okay, I'm one of those people who always has to do something.
Yeah.
I get this from my mother. I don't know how to relax.
I feel that.
yeah.
Corbett, what about you?
Well, ours has been actually very interesting because on top of me being stuck in my house, along with my sister as well, our kitchen is being renovated. So a very large portion of our house, like that we spend a lot of time in, we're not allowed to be in anymore. Like all the counters have been completely taken out. Everything's been moved. And so like we're basically living in our basement now as that gets re-renovated. So that just makes everything a bit more interesting. On top of that, not 3 weeks before this entire thing got out, my dad decided to get us a new puppy. So we're dealing with a new puppy as well. Her name is Sadie, and she's a blue healer. So I've been spending a lot of time getting to know her because when I came home after spring break was the first time I'd seen her since we got her. So spending a lot of time with her. She's been very rambunctious. We're still trying to get her to listen to our voice and potty train her, but it's been fun. I've
Corbett?
gotten back. Yeah.
I have a very, very serious question for you.
Yes, Corey.
Why is she not here? Why is she not on the show?
Thank you.
I'll tell you what. After I get done here, I'll see about going to get her so I can show her on here. So I think she's still in the house. So I'll have to go look. So along with that, I started reading a novel of mine that I'd started reading. I've started to get back into it. It's really awesome. I want to continue at it. I have been getting to some gaming, but I haven't been a whole lot because whenever I'm home, I never really relax. I'm always helping out here as well, either helping my dad out in the field or helping out around the house with something. And with all the everything moving online as well, my mom's been like constantly having me by her side, making sure all the online stuff is hooked up correctly because I'm like the one who knows how most of that works. So it's been pretty hectic, but fair enough. At least my mom's an awesome cook, so we have plenty of food. We literally butchered a cow before this happened, so we have an entire freezer full of beef and hamburger. So we're set. So
Right on, man.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll go see about finding her then. I'll be right back.
Puppy,
Yeah.
puppy.
I'd bring my dog on too, but she would not enjoy it and she would immediately run out.
My
I could
dog's not
probably
here.
snag one of my Shih Tzus.
The only other the only
Oh,
animal that's in this
they were
house
asking to
is,
see her. Okay.
Puppy,
Puppy.
Puppy. Puppy.
puppy, puppy.
the only animal in this house is a gecko.
You? Nerdmageddon.
Unfortunately, she has been put out in the kennel for the night. So,
Aw.
yeah, my dad.
No.
It's actually be my dad's thing. For one thing, my mom has slight allergy to dogs. I do as well, so we can't keep them inside for very long. And my dad can't stand indoor animals, so she's only inside during the day when we keep an eye on her and keep her entertained. But she doesn't sleep in here and stuff. So.
Okay.
I will, though, for our viewers as well as everybody else here, I will provide pictures and be putting them up on the screen. So by this point, you guys would have already seen her. So.
Good.
Yay.
Yeah.
As far as me, so right before this all broke out, my trip out to Vegas got canceled, and I was gonna get a new tattoo.
Mhm.
So
Aw.
I went and got a tattoo to make myself feel better.
What is that?
It's a lightning bolt.
Oh.
Or Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief.
Is that? Oh, I was gonna say, is that a reference
Not Harry
to?
Potter.
I wasn't going to say that either. I was going to say, is that a reference to what Betrayal would have been with their evil chant?
No, but I got for Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, my favorite book series.
Nice.
Speaking of which, so I've had this goal for a couple of years to read Rick Riordan's books in order of mythology, and it took me over a year to get from Lightning Thief to Mark of Athena. I went from Mark of Athena all the way to the Hidden Oracle in less than 2 days.
How many books is that? I'm someone who doesn't know the series, so.
So it was like half of Mark of Athena, all of House of Hades, all of Blood of Olympus, and I've just gotten like a little less than a third of the way through the Hidden Oracle. So that's
around 4 books?
So
roughly.
are you doing also the Red Pyramid series as well?
Yes. So I'm doing it in order by mythology. So I started with the Greco-Roman mythology and working my way through that. Then I'll do the Kane Chronicles. Then I'll do Magnus Chase. And to keep myself sane, I'm only doing like the main books. I'm not doing the companions yet.
That's actually probably really smart, considering.
Companions.
Yes, they're companions where they did like crossovers between the Percy Jackson and then the Kane Chronicles.
And then
Seriously?
Yeah, they met. I'm still so mad. I'm literally Percy meets Carter in a book before like the House of Hades things happened. And Carter gives him a thing to be like, hey, if you ever need me, just call, because you now have this glyph in your hand. And that never came up.
Yeah.
Oh.
One day.
That's disappointing.
But I've been doing that. I've been watching Legend of Korra with my roommates. So we are averaging about 3 to 5 episodes a night.
Oh, Legend of Korra?
Yeah, of Korra.
That one's very, very political, and watching it older now, I like it a little bit more. But when I was younger, it's just like it was too political, so everything just went over my head. So I'm like, this isn't fun.
Yeah, it was difficult for me to get into right after seeing at the original Avatar series, but I mean it's good from a secondhand experience type of thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how far you guys got into it, but a certain beloved character comes back. Am I allowed to spoil it? It's been out for a while.
I've
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay, he comes back.
Spoiler!
He does, yeah.
He does, I forgot.
He comes back because she enters the spirit world and he's in there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't want to like be in the mortal world anymore, so now I live here with the spirits. We're at a wedding.
Yeah, it was
great.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I've been doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm watching terrible movies.
Specifically,
Has there been a reason?
ones?
Is there been a reason to the terrible movies, or just because they're there?
It started with a couple of my roommates. We decided like go back and watch like a really bad Barbie movie.
I need to know which one.
Which one? Yeah, that's unfortunately I know some of them due to my sister. So.
Barbie Diaries.
I don't know that one.
That one I don't know.
No.
I don't know that one.
It's not even the Prince and the Pauper, dude.
No,
like,
it's
what?
not.
I was gonna say,
Or
at
Nutcracker.
least watch the princess ones.
No, like we're specifically going for bad. Like we're going for like
true.
cheesy bad. So we watched that. We watched The Kissing Booth.
Bad movie.
We watched one. It's gonna be a recommendation for you guys later called Velocipaster.
I've seen that.
I've seen that people talking about it. I've had people recommend that to me, and I'm like, I don't think I want to see it.
Oh, it's so funny. I love it.
Like,
and then Twilight.
Oh,
my sister did that.
My roommate absolutely loves Twilight, and I don't understand how.
Oh, I loved it when I was younger. Like, I read all the books. I watched all the movies. I was obsessed. Now that I'm older, I'm like, that's cringe.
It's all cringe.
Well, I mean, I have cat ears, so I am cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least you make facial expressions.
True.
But yeah, it's just been wild. Oh, and obviously Disney Plus and all that other stuff. They're
Oh,
adding
yes,
more
yes,
stuff
of
to
course.
stream.
Okay.
Oh, do you mind if I interject there? That ties
Yeah.
into something I wanted to mention earlier. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but because of the whole coronavirus thing, Onward, which just came out not long ago, it's going to be coming out on Blu-ray in like 3 days and going to be on Disney Plus on April 1st. So,
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Frozen 2 came out 3 months early on Disney Plus, so obviously I was binge watching that. And I was just like,
yeah.
holla.
Oh, I
know.
finally saw that, by the way, recently. My mom and my sister
pretty
sat me
good.
down and had me
It was
watch
pretty good.
It was pretty good. So, I mean, it's not my personal cup of tea, but it was pretty good. So,
I
Yeah.
know.
I have never seen Frozen 2, and I finally got access to my dad and stepmom's Disney Plus account
so
last
now you
night.
see it.
And so I have my own profile and everything. And the
Mhm.
first scene I watched was Frozen 2 because I wanted to watch it. And I stayed up until 1 a.m. to watch the entire thing.
It's so
Nice.
good.
The
I know they're-
sorry,
Molly?
go ahead.
I know they're also releasing Birds of Prey on, I don't remember which streaming site it was.
Probably Hulu.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
Hulu or the DC streaming service, which nobody uses.
Yeah, it's probably the
maybe Hulu
DC.
then?
They're
No, probably
also-
DC.
There's a DC
also releasing
streaming
The Hunt.
service.
The Hunt.
Yeah, the movie that got postponed because of political reasons, I
Oh,
think,
The Hunt.
and then hasn't still come out, but is now being released. I saw something about it being released on like streaming services, or I don't remember exactly.
I watch
I'm just looking it up real quick.
I watch a YouTuber who does movie reviews.
yeah,
I'm guessing
duh.
he got early access because he reviewed it, and he said it was actually really, really good. And
It looks good.
I could have sworn I knew someone personally who had seen it because they said like it really plays with the fact that it's tension-based horror instead of jump scares, and it's one thing
Yeah,
that
that's
works
the
really,
best.
really good.
That is the
It-
best
it-
kind of
It
horror.
plays with your emotions really well, and yes, it can get political, but only if you really look into it. Like, but if you just watch it for face value to enjoy a good horror movie, or actually it's more of a thriller, it's a fantastic one to do that because it doesn't play on all the tropes that are overplayed.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing is because I read a lot about it when I started getting a lot of Hulu commercials for it. I
Mhm.
was like, I thought that already came out. Why am I getting
Yeah.
commercials for it coming out? But according to I think it was the director or producers, they said that it wasn't actually really like critics didn't think or it's something about like certain people didn't get it political, but then some did, and it was just this whole big mess. I don't know. It was a while ago, but it
But
sounded
people
like
enjoy
it
things.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Uh,
we are going to take a quick break.
Oh.
But when we come back, we're gonna pick up some D&D that Simon has graciously kept extending.
I am. I'm always ready. I'm always
Yeah.
ready.
I'm ready for this as well.
Yes.
I am ready, but okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in for this portion of the show.
Yes,
And as always,
You
the
nerded
nerding
here
you know it here
first.
first.